Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Garden City High School, where tonight the Garden City Cougars take on the Annapolis Cougars in Western Wayne Athletic Conference basketball action. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise? Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Here now, the official starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the visiting Annapolis Cougars, coached by Lynn Ward. A forward, junior number 14, Shyla Williams. A sophomore guard, number 15, Mary Lewandowski. A senior guard, number 20, Medina Serini. A senior forward, number 3, Ashley Antonosian. And a senior guard, number 10, Kristen Williams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your Garden City Cougars. A junior number 34, Minta Whitaker. A senior number 52, Hillary Werda. A senior number 42, Aaliyah Smith. A senior number 24, Heather Cheedy. And a senior number 12, Justice Dean. The head coach of your Garden City Cougars is Mr. Barry Patterson. And hello everybody on the TV side. Omnidition Sports presents from Garden City High School in Garden City, Michigan, Cougar basketball. Tonight, the Garden City Cougars take on the Annapolis Cougars. Ted Fournier with me as always here on Cougar basketball. Ted, a surprising season for the girls basketball team, undefeated in the Western Wayne Red Conference.
And I think most surprised of all, the Cougars themselves. A depleted team, only 9 on the varsity this year. They've bonded together and they have fought their way through this league. The first round, and they're 5-0, and this is the start of the second time around. They've got 5 more games in the league, and they want the championship.
The Cougars with a big 50-29 win over Annapolis earlier this season. Actually, their league opener and one of the first games they played in December. Annapolis comes into this 3-9 overall, 2-3 in the league. So Garden City looking to extend their lead in the conference. We'll look at the standings later on, but Crestwood right behind them at 4-1. There you see that one knocked away by Annapolis, and they are also the Cougars, so bear with us.
Garden City won the tap, moved the ball around smartly in their offense, but didn't finish. The Cougars from Annapolis are also depleted. They're down to 8 players. They're best player is not injured and not playing today. They're the two-time defending champions in the WWAC, so they've had some success the last 2 years.
And Williams is actually not injured, but sick. She averages 16 points a game with 16 rebounds, as you see the rebound by Garden City. Cheedy takes the pass down deep.
Williams drove the baseline, which made Coach Patterson a little unhappy. He does not like to see baseline drives.
That's Kyla Williams, who is sick. It's Shiloh Williams, who is dressed tonight for the Annapolis Cougars.
Heather Cheedy with the travel and the turnover, so 2 trips down the court, nothing to show for it at 6:43 on the clock.
So Serini brings it up and gives it to one of the 3 Williams on this team. I forgot about the other one, Kristen.
Well, Kristen had the pleasure of playing with the other 2 Williams' older sisters last year, and they left the team for college, and the 2 younger sisters moved up from the JV.
Number 10, Kristen, who just inbounded, the leading scorer on this team, and she takes that shot off the iron. She's averaging 10 points a game, but with Kyla Williams out of the game, as you see Aaliyah Smith go in a little too hard. Coach Ward missing 16 points and 16 boards off the floor.
Werder with the rebound. A nice pass came to Dean. Dean got it to Smith. Smith missed the layup. Whitaker leads it.
This is Cheedy, who thought about the triple. Werda will take the 3, and it goes for Hillary Werda. She's averaging 8 points per game, and she gets a triple to start it off for Garden City.
Garden City has a motto: we love threes, we like threes, we love layups.
Serini misses that one, and Werda pulls down the board. Garden City will bring it up. This is Justice Dean, who's averaging 13 a game for Garden City, as you see the foul there on Whitaker. Dean has had a great last couple of games for Garden City and added to her point total.
Dean is all everything. She's the field general. She's a leading defender on the team, leading scorer. If you need a rebound, she'll go in and get it, and she also is a leading assist.
So this is Whitaker at the stripe for Garden City. And with a little English, she gets the first one to go. Early on here at Garden City High School, glad you're with us. OmniDition Sports GCTV. Whitaker shooting 55% from the free throw line, and true to form splits the pair. And that pass to the post is over the head of Lewandowski, and it'll be Garden City's ball with 5:28 remaining here in the first quarter.
Dean has token pressure put on her by Antonosian, and she beats it easily. Bad pass by Cheedy, saved by Dean.
Cheedy now tries to go to the baseline. Long pass to Whitaker. Werda will shoot another triple. That one won't go. Smith there for Garden City, but probably called on the over the back. And Williams was her victim. So Smith picks up her first. That is a first one on Garden City.
You're going to see a lot of subs, as Coach Patterson likes to keep his troops fresh. And Casey Bear's in, and this lady plays basketball with a vengeance.
As Ted said, a very short bench for Garden City, but everybody plays. That one is off the iron for Kristen Williams. That goes off of Annapolis out of bounds. I think Lewandowski the last one to touch it. And Garden City will bring it up. They have a 4-0 lead.
Cheedy with the rebound. Werder getting it into Dean. Dean will take the ball in.
So Dean goes left side. This is Minta Whitaker for 3. Air ball, but there to pick it up was Dean. Werda through the paint. Werda off the glass short. Werda puts it up again. Can't get it to go. Minta Whitaker there for Garden City, and she draws the foul. So 3 scoring opportunities for Garden City. They didn't score on any of them.
Actually, Casey Bear on the last rebound, but you saw Dean go down, the point guard down low. She was in on the rebounding. Watch this next time down, Dan. They're playing a box and one. They've got a defender on Dean, and the rest of the team's playing a zone as Bear gets the first free throw.
So Casey Bear with her first point of the night. She's 1 for 2. Bear was 4 for 4 at the free throw line coming into this game, so that's her first miss of the season in 6 opportunities. You see that one thrown away, and Garden City will inbound, and Werder will do the job.
If you watch now, the 4 defenders are going to go down and form a box, and Dean is going to be playing one-on-one against Antonosian.
Dean gets rid of it to Cheedy. All by herself. Whitaker didn't take the shot. Bear in the paint. Bear has it taken away. That was Cerini on the steal. Cerini maybe traveled there. Williams passes it into the middle. Shyla Williams with a turnover.
Broken up by Cheedy. She tipped it, and then that altered the path of the ball, and Williams couldn't. Garden City, the last time down, was just too generous. Too many passes. I think you were ready to call a couple shots, Dan, and they didn't even take them.
Whitaker kicks it to Bear. Bear off the glass. Rebound, Kristen Williams. If I just say Williams, I'll be right 3 out of 5 times.
You're pretty close. Barry's a little upset over there. He's pacing over there. They're a little flat so far.
Cerini, and it's thrown away. Coach Patterson, as you see the travel call there on Whitaker, she got tied up with the Annapolis player. Substitution now for Garden City. It'll be Abby Joseph to come into the game, and Hillary Werder will get to sit down, and Barry Patterson will have some advice for her.
Abby, a true freshman, came in out of 8th grade.
That one is off the iron. Pass ahead to Cheedy. Cheedy has to slow down. Nice pass, though, into Whitaker. Whitaker a little too hard. Bear fights for the rebound. Annapolis on the ground. They'll bring it up.
This game could very well be 15-0, and Garden City is just not converting.
Now, I said she was a true freshman. Does that mean she's not a red shirt?
She's
or
not,
what?
we didn't red shirt her.
Picked up by Justice Dean. She throws it through traffic to Whitaker, who can't hold on to it, and boy, there have been a dozen turnovers in this game already. Pummel will come into the game now for Garden City, Julian Pummel.
Well,
and Janet Young will come into the game for Annapolis.
I don't even have to go to the halftime speech. I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be, let's play our game, and let's not go down to our opponent's game.
There you see pressure from Garden City. Shyla Williams in the paint. Shyla Williams short. She fights for the rebound. Dean there. Dean has it taken away from her. A jump ball call, and it is Garden City's possession. So Antonasian battling down there. Oh, now they flipped the arrow on me.
Antonasian, we played her the last couple of years on the JV, and she's a fighter.
Nice defense there by Pummel. And that is, I believe, off of Antonasian.
She will contest, Ashley will contest every ball down there.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 5-0 our score. Dean brings it up. Pummel kicks it out to Bear. Bear is fouled.
That's exactly how that offense is designed. You want penetration by one of the 4 outside, and based on where the penetration comes from, your 5-player center moves to a designated spot and looking for the pass, and Pummel ran that to perfection.
Joseph looks for the open person. Pummel almost stepped on the line. Triple try for Dean is off the mark, but Garden City there with the rebound. Justice has her pocket picked. And Adonosian, I think is actually how you pronounce it. Well, Adonosian brings it up.
We'll have a different pronunciation every quarter, Dan.
Every quarter, every time down, it sounds like so far. Ashley, we'll just call her Ashley. That pass intended for Williams, kept in, but Dean gets it for Garden City. Cheedy on the right wing. In the middle there is Bear. No travel call, easily could have been. Loose ball. Garden City brings it up. Dean charges, kicks it out, has it knocked away. Loose ball again. This is one ugly basketball game, Ted.
I was thinking the Hall of Fame was probably not going to be calling you to archive this one.
Wow, Casey Bear, I think, called on the 3-second call. I think the referee just couldn't stand to see anymore, and he had to call something. So Janet Young will give it off to Kristen Williams. Right now, Garden City playing very sloppy and uncharacteristic, at least here at home. Lewandowski has it stolen away by Justice Dean. Dean will go up right side and throw it up too hard. Follow up there does go for Heather Cheedy. Garden City finally breaks 5.
2 baskets and 2 free throws.
And the foul there. Tesserero will go to the line.
Abby Joseph absolutely stood her ground, had her hand straight up, could do nothing. The referee on the backside called a foul. But I'm not coaching today, so I won't say anything.
So Tesserero gets the first one, and Annapolis is on the scoreboard with 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Sarah Brandeth comes into the game now, and Serini checks back in for Annapolis. Rebound, Garden City on the miss. Dean. Pummel. Triple try. Rolls off. Rebound, Annapolis.
That was an NBA 23-footer that Pummel put up.
Tesserero throws it away.
Great defense by Bear and Joseph.
Probably the last shot for Garden City, 20 seconds remaining. Julene Pummel, the junior. Dean in the corner. 10 seconds. Bear throws it up, gets the basket, and draws the foul. Bear with her 3rd point, and she'll go to the line.
Casey Bear might be 5'6". She's the shortest center in the league.
She's averaging 3 points a game, and she's already made that quota for the night. And Libby Gaisley will come into the game now for Garden City.
I'll tell you, Casey has changed her free throw. Last year, she tried to kill the ball every time she was up there.
Well, she got that one. She has 4. Garden City leads it 10-1. Pressure by Pummel and stolen away by Cheedy. Cheedy has it knocked away, and time will expire. And Garden City with a 10-1 lead at the end of 1 quarter here at Garden City High School. And just a sloppy quarter of basketball, Ted.
It's hard to get up for every game, but Garden City had a tremendous game on Friday against Crestwood, who was 4-0, and so maybe they just came out a little flat.
Hey, we want to thank Jim Neve of Incorporate Graphics. He'll be open for business very shortly on Middle Belt Road, maybe by the time you see this. Right across the street from Garden City High School. He provides some of the corporate wear for Omnidition Television and GCTV. He's a Garden City graduate. He does a lot of the work for the school district, their silk screening, their embroidery, their other marketing needs, and their athletic apparel needs. Check them out at incorporategraphics.com. But again, they're moving into Garden City. They're a Garden City family, moving back to Garden City to settle in right across the street from Garden City High School on Middle Belt Road. So we welcome them, and we thank Jim Neve for his support of GCTV and Omnidition Sports.
10-1 going into the second quarter. Annapolis really not getting too many good even looks at the basket. Garden City missing a whole lot of good looks at the basket. This could actually be double. Garden City wants to pick it up, and I think not all the starters are in. They leave in Libby Gaisley and Julene Pummel off the bench.
And all by herself is Aaliyah Smith.
Nobody guarded her. She was wide open in the lane, and she just went to the hoop.
She may never be that open again. 12-1, Garden City on top. Nice job by Cheetah to knock away. Annapolis regains it. Thought about the triple. Triple try in the corner. Off the iron, won't go for Williams. Putback doesn't go, and Smith there for Garden City with the board. Smith has had 36 rebounds in her last 3 games. averaging 13 points a game, and that is a monster figure in girls high school basketball, especially in the WAC.
It's the best rebounder we've had in her senior year since Fletmeyer left about 6-7 years ago.
No, that's saying a lot. This is Gaisley, and she's fouled. So Ashley Antonosian picks up her first one.
Libby Gaisley, she's the lady on the end of the bench that cheers her butt off every time. She's getting some playing time today. This girl has a lot of skills, just a lot of girls ahead of her to beat, but she's going to be a player for us.
Libby makes the first one. And as a junior, she'll see more playing time next year.
Very dedicated, very good practice player, and a very good teammate. She's the first one to encourage all her teammates, but it's good to see her on the floor.
Some real talent as you see that one go, graduating from this team in Werda, Smith, Cheedy, and Dean at the end of this year.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Loose ball picked up by Gaisley, and Garden City will bring it up with a 14-1 lead. Second quarter of action here at Garden City High School, OmniDition Sports. Bounce pass from Smith to Dean on the cut. Werda kicks it out all by herself as Pummel. Pummel off the iron. Rebound Garden City. Werda lays it off the glass. Hillary Werda has 5. Garden City is running away with this one 16-1 and is playing much better basketball here in the opening minute and a half of the second quarter. Good defense there by both Werda and Smith. Adenosian couldn't do anything with it. Let's see, it's kept in live. And knocked away by Pummel. Pummel right side. Pummel hard off the glass. Julian Pummel yet to get a basket here tonight.
Antonosian so far has played guard forward, and now the last time down she was a center. There she is.
All by herself there, and she is fouled. The basket won't go. That's going to be Smith, I believe, on the foul. That's her second.
Well, I think Casey Barrett's going to get a lot more playing time.
Adenosian gets that one to go. Subbing in for Garden City is Joseph. And I think it's 14 and 15. Shyla Williams and Mary Lewandowski in for Annapolis.
Hillary will probably go to the 5.
And no foul called there. It'll go out of bounds off of Williams.
The Annapolis Cougars have, every time Garden City gets a rebound of the ball, have challenged it.
So Dean will bring it up.
Very disciplined offense.
Pummel doesn't get it to go. Triple try. Didn't go. Nice shot, though, by Joseph. Put back does go. So Werda has 7.
Werda moves down into the paint, picks up one.
Serini on the dribble. Kristen Williams inside to Shyla Williams. Off of Garden City, out of bounds.
Garden City has not given up a field goal so far. I probably just jinxed it.
I was going to say, Ted, way to go. Well, let's see now. Almost, Ted. Serini in and out on the triple try. Actually, a pretty good shot. Way ahead to Gaisley. Gaisley a little hard off the glass, almost went. Rebound Annapolis and Williams. Kristen Williams brings it up.
Barry's up 16 points and still pacing over there.
Barry had a little family issue to tend to tonight, so he rolled in just about a half hour before the beginning of this one, so you know he's not real settled. You know he's not happy about that sort of game prep. Back up top to Williams, and that one ends up in Michelle Tyree's lap.
Michelle's a happy lady today. She's picked up her 6th league victory today.
How are the JVs? 6 and
7 and 6 on the year, 6 and 0 in the league.
Wow, well, it's doing it at the right time, isn't it?
And
Here comes
improving.
Williams.
A break, nice cover.
Williams
by Dean.
off the glass, and there with the rebound is Dean. Dean ahead. Joseph. Nice job by Werder to be patient. This is a loose ball. Dean gets it for Garden City. Pummel. Abby Joseph thought about the three. Abby Joseph through the paint. She gives it to Werder, but Werder can't hold on to it, and it goes out of bounds.
The last defensive stand for Garden City, you saw something that Justice Dean does that it's not in the scorebook. It was a 2-on-1 break, and when they went to throw the ball and the bounce pass to the other wing, Dean had come back and covered it. And that's a little blue-collar thing that Justice does in this game.
Lewandowski shoots the three. That one is short. Good hustle there by Annapolis to try to pick it up, but Dean will get it for Garden City.
Got Pummel on the wing. Oh.
Telegraphed that one a little bit. Serini brings it back up. Knocked away. Great game by Dean so far. No points, but she's been all over defensively. This is going to be a 2 if it makes it. It won't. Dean gets the rebound. Her rebound numbers are huge today. We talked about Aaliyah Smith posting some monster rebound numbers, but Dean has probably got about 7 right now.
Justice knows this game, and she plays it well.
Bounce pass into traffic, picked up by the Annapolis Cougars. Triple try, won't go. Pummel ends up with it and kicks it out to Dean.
That rebound was won by Joseph. As Barry has seen enough, he's going to get a couple new players in, and he calls time. He is not happy.
So 18-2, Garden City on top, and it's not often you hear 18-2 and the coach isn't happy.
Well, Barry, you got to play to a certain standard. Now, there's a couple quality games coming up on the schedule. We're going to play Etzel Ford down the road. We're going to play Southgate. We're always preparing for the district tournament, and he's not happy with the quality of play. It's a good basketball team does not go down to the level of a team that's struggling. And
there you see Lynn Ward, the head coach of Annapolis. He's in his 3rd year as the head varsity coach. We've been a part of the program for about 10 years.
And he's had 2 good years previous to this. He won a co-championship with Garden City the first year of the league, and last year won it outright.
So Justice Dean, the senior guard, kicks it out to Cheedy, another senior. Dean for 3, yes! Justice Dean gets her first basket of the night. It's a triple. It puts Garden City up by 19.
Dean can hit that shot anytime she wants it, and it's usually open. The problem with Dean, she's so unselfish, she doesn't take enough of them.
Williams. That one's knocked away by Dean. Dean left side. Dean off the glass, put back by Whitaker. So Minta Whitaker with 3. Justice Dean has had trouble with layups tonight.
Justice is coming off of a repaired knee, and she's not taking the layups exactly like she used to take them. I think she's still every once in a while thinking about that knee. It's not even been a full year.
And you can see that that brace, she has it knocked away but recovers. ACL tear?
Yeah, that's a 2-year injury. And the first year is physical. The second one, you got to think about it.
Werda can't get it to go. Well, you know, most people recover from an ACL in about 10 months. Enough to play. But like you said, it's 2 years before they're comfortable with it.
If you think about NFL players and stuff, the first year back, they're just not the same. And the second year, they stop thinking about it.
You know, and you saw it with Carlos Guillen and Maglio Ordonez. Not necessarily ACL injuries, but they came back and really weren't the same player until they came back the year after they they came back originally.
There isn't too many seniors in the country that wouldn't take the year the Deans had, but you wonder how much greater it would be, you know. But she can hit that 3-pointer.
We're inside a minute here at Garden City High School.
You see the anticipation as Dean's daring. There you go.
Dean defensively there, and Minta Whitaker picks the pocket Whitaker goes up, doesn't get it to roll. Dean is there, puts it back, and Justice Dean now has 5.
Whitaker actually did a great job jump stopping, letting the defender go by her, but she missed a layup. And I hope you're keeping stats of missed layups here, because
yeah, I got that one right here, Ted.
10 seconds to go.
Williams kicks it out to the other Williams. This is Young, takes the shot, doesn't go. Dean with 8 seconds. Ahead to Cheedy, time for Cheedy if she can make the play. Cheedy doesn't get the roll. 2 seconds remaining, and Annapolis fouls. No, let's see.
I think they stepped on the line.
All right, so with 1 second remaining.
Yeah, and Barry's going to give Justice a 1 second rest here.
Isn't that nice of him? Wants to add that on to halftime. So that will mark the end of the first half and a much better second quarter for Garden City, as they post 15 points in the second quarter. And yeah, folks, that score's right. It's 25-2. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with first half stats and second half action from Garden City High School right after you watch this. You're watching Cougar Basketball on Omnidition Sports.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back for second half action here at Garden City High School. It is 25-2. The Garden City Cougars on top of the Annapolis Cougars. Garden City undefeated in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference, and they will be 6-0 at the end of this one here tonight as play has resumed. And Annapolis will bring it up early on and try to do something here in the second half. It was a struggle for Annapolis in the first half. Garden City, who played sloppy in the first quarter, played pretty good in the second quarter, Ted.
Well, they improved on their sloppy. It was a little less sloppy. Remember, they were the last team to leave the locker room, so Barry wasn't happy.
Werda with 7 points, leading the way for Garden City. Dean with 5 and Casey Bear with 4. But I think everybody but Pummel and Joseph have scored for Garden City, if my stat sheet is correct.
Garden City being patient, running the offense. They're gonna use this as a controlled scrimmage.
They want to run as much time off that clock as they possibly can. Werda, nice job, but in and out. Smith with the putback won't go. Minta Whitaker there. Minta Whitaker. Good job by Whitaker to battle underneath.
Whitaker, the only junior on the floor right now, and she's going to be really leaned on next year, as we're going to lose 4 great seniors.
Serini takes it in, and that's the first basket of the night for Annapolis.
And that was too easy. Barry sitting down.
Heather Cheedy. Bounce pass to Smith. Dean, Garden City, taking time off. Running into the triple team there was Smith. Baseline, bounce pass to Werda. Garden City really playing controlled right now. And reaching in is Serini. Didn't get the steal. Good job by Werda, and Whitaker is fouled on the baseline.
In a sense of sportsmanship, you don't want to go out and put pressure on and run the score up. So you look at the other team and say, okay, we think this game's in hand. Let's work on stuff. We're going to play, Thurston down the road. We're going to see Crestwood again. So let's get better at some stuff that we need to get better at.
Into the corner to Cheedy. Cheedy shoots a 3, air ball. Werda keeps it in. She thought Whitaker was there on the baseline or on the sideline, but she wasn't, and it's Annapolis's ball. We want to take this opportunity to thank all of our great volunteers here on Omnidish Television tonight. Jason Merrill, Rob Rantcore, and Chris Carrico. Brian Bykowitz handling graphics and audio, and Christian Gibbons, our director today and our producer. Pretty much the same crew we use at the University of Detroit Mercy for their webcasts on the Horizon League Network. Triple try, and it goes for Serini. So Serini with 5 for Annapolis. They now trail by 20. And it's got to be hard for the girls, and Barry knows this, but he can't admit it to them, at least now. It's hard to keep your focus in a big game like this, in a big margin like this. Smith, and one of the things that playing this controlled offense does is it does take you out of your tempo too, right?
Yeah, it does take your tempo out. And another team can go, I don't think they feel threatened, but sometimes in a closer game, the other team will take momentum away. But Barry's working on stuff, and I've been watching him on all these mistakes. He hasn't really shown any emotion, so.
Serini in the corner. Tesserero on the dribble. Shyla Williams to Kristen Williams, back to Shyla Williams, and Smith on the foul.
I think that's her third.
That is 3 on Aaliyah, and that's the first one this half for Garden City. So Shyla Williams will go to the line and shoot 2. Substitution for Garden City. This is Casey Bear, and Smith will sit down with 3 fouls.
The other thing that you got to watch on a game like that is you let down and you start playing sloppy, and that can get you into a bad habit that it costs you in another game.
Well, also, and somebody might get hurt.
Right.
Because basketball is not one of those sports you can mail it in. Werda. In the middle is Bear. We're inside 5 minutes here in the second half. Nice pass inside, and Justice Dean picks up her 7th point. Garden City's first point of the second half.
That's a design play. If it goes into the center, the forward down low cuts. If it goes in the forward down low, the center cuts. So that's a design play.
Serini has 7 points this half. Dean on the dribble. Bear out to Cheedy. Cheedy shoots the 3, and a Cheedy with a triple. So Heather Cheedy with 5 points. 32-9. Our score here in the midway point of the third quarter. I don't think Williams was looking for that pass. Substitutions for both teams. Adenosian back into the game for Annapolis, and Pummel back into the game for Garden City.
Cheedy just scored that 3, and I'm not sure Barry wanted that shot. He's sitting there talking to her on the bench.
That will go off of Annapolis out of bounds. Serini the last one to touch it.
Whitaker with the rebound. That's her role, rebound and drive to the basket. Not a great three-point shooter yet, but really working on it. It's come a long way.
This is Pummel. Knocked out of bounds by Annapolis.
The last play scored by Dean, that was the exact opposite. They got it into the forward down low on the center cut.
So Werder will do the inbounding. And Pummel with the ball.
Still working on their offense.
Werder goes baseline. Loses the handle. Here comes Annapolis. Kristen Williams ahead to Cerini. Cerini stops short. Cerini kind of throws up the wild pass. Pummel with the rebound for Garden City. Julian Pummel, part of a long lineage of athletes in Garden City. Ron Pummel, her father. I don't know if he's still the golf coach here.
Yeah, I think he is.
Played high school basketball at West.
Well, if he came from West, he's it's got to be best, right?
That's right. Cerini into Tesserero, and Rachel Tesserero with her third point. Bounce pass to Whitaker. Whitaker to Bear. Bear through the paint. Nice job. Bear to Werder. Werder gets the basket. And Garden City will call a full timeout right here. Barry Patterson wants to control the rest of this game.
Well, he's definitely working on different aspects.
Now, there you see the standings. We've alluded to it throughout the day. Garden City 5-0 will go to 6-0. We already know that Crestwood will go to 5-1 because Robichaud, their opponent for tonight, has forfeited. So Crestwood is 5-1. And Thurston, Annapolis, RU, and Robichaud all pulling up the rear. So really, Garden City's only legitimate threat is that Crestwood Charger team as we go into the second time through in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference standings.
That was a heck of a game last Friday, as both teams were hot from the outside. 14 three-pointers last Friday night from the two teams.
There you see part of our gathering here at Garden City. Not a whole lot of folks on hand for this one. Dearborn Heights, Annapolis, probably only about, 10 miles from here at the most, if that much. 2
miles behind the Elvis McDonald's off of Telegraph.
The longest 2 miles of your life. Really, the best way to go is Telegraph to Annapolis Road, and you are at Annapolis for 2 miles.
With a stop sign every 30 feet.
Cerini loses the handle. Throws it into the middle, loose ball. Antonosian saves it for the Cougars of Annapolis.
Antonosian is a gutsy little player.
Kicks it out. Lewandowski gives it back to her. Antonosian, Coach Lynn Ward said that was by far his best defensive player. She throws it away. He said she'd be on our best player all night long.
Well, they're back in a 2-3 zone now. They were playing a box and one.
Bear looks for help, can't find it, kicks it out to Werder. Pummel. Dean, nice pass to Werder. Werder shoots the triple. Off the iron, putback goes for Bear. Casey Bear, nice follow-up.
And she used her left hand, Dan. I want you to notice that.
So Bear has 6. Garden City leads at 36-11.
You know, Casey's a backup center, but last year on the JV, she had a game where she scored 20.
Rebound, Werder for Garden City. Dean will bring it up. Pass way ahead to Bear, and Bear is fouled. So Antonosian with her second foul. 2 on Annapolis. 1 minute exactly remaining in the third quarter.
You know what the best part about this game, Dan?
I don't know, Ted. Tell me.
I can watch it now. On the additions on AT&T now. I can watch it.
UVerse Channel 99. We're all over the place now. 12 on Comcast, 18 on WOW, 99 on Uverse. We're on Ustream, so you can watch it live on the internet. And now we're starting to archive to YouTube as of about, I don't know, 8 hours ago, Ted. So into the middle. Bear can't get it to go. Bear in triple coverage gets rid of it. And Pummel is fouled.
Pummel's a junior and Bear's a junior. They got 3 juniors out there, 2 seniors, and a freshman. 1 senior still out there. So next year's starting varsity's already out there.
So Sarah Brandeth into the game, and she has a foul.
Dean hit the line there. 34.1, 36 to 11.
So Annapolis with 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. And stolen away by Garden City. Bear ahead to Pummel. Pummel on the left side, high off the glass, can't get it to go. Bear battles there for Garden City. Loose ball. Jump ball is the call, and it's Garden City's possession.
Nice pass by Casey Bear. She hit Pummel on the run. There goes Dean out to the wing.
Dean
forgot the ball as she went up to lay it up. Ball go out to Annapolis.
So it'll be the Annapolis Cougars ball with 12.8 remaining in the quarter. Big lead for Garden City. Serini all by herself underneath there was Hung, but she can't finish it off. Serini gets it, 1 second remaining. Serini caught the iron, but that was all. And Garden City extends their lead now to 36-11.
Well, Barry,
by far the best quarter for Annapolis tonight.
But Barry will be happy. Barry tells the girls when they go into the locker room with a big lead, we want to win the third quarter, we want to win the fourth quarter. And don't let up, win each quarter. Garden City won that quarter 11 to 9. So
our thanks as always to Dan and Paul Bogowski, the owners of KFC here in Garden City, probably for almost 10 years now. They've been nice enough to provide us food services for our volunteers and interns here at OmniDish Television, and they did it again here tonight. They're located on the corner of Ford Road and Harrison. They've got a great new menu items being introduced all the time by KFC, and these again, Garden City West grads. Ted, it all starts at Garden City West.
I know it. Happily married 25 years to a Garden City West graduate. My life has been wonderful.
So our thanks to Dan and Paul Bogowski and everybody at KFC in Garden City at Ford Road and Harrison. So keep your dollars here in Garden City, folks. They can use your help. Serini on the dribble. Thrown away by Annapolis. And Minta Whitaker kicks it out of bounds.
Minta should have probably jump stop, got it to a guard. Hey, Dan, are we doing the game Friday?
Yes, we are,
Boys
Ted.
game? Crew
Coming
meal?
home.
Is there going to be crew meal on Friday?
There's always a crew meal.
Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Probably.
Maybe we can get like 6 of them hot wings for one of the announcers.
We'll work on that. Call me on Friday and remind me.
Hey, Bear just stripped her. Great defense. I'm not begging, basically.
No, not at all. Here's Dean, kicks it out. And right there, almost had her pocket picked, was Abby Joseph.
Nice
Casey
play.
Bear. Casey Bear drives the lane, and Casey Bear travels. Yep, coming home. By the time you see this game, it will already have been played, but the boys will take on Redford Union on Friday. I think that's, what is that, February 9th coming up? I don't know. No, it's just Groundhog Day, isn't it? All right, never mind.
Just a second. So that game will be played over and over and over again?
There you go. And it does not count for Kristen Williams, but she's fouled before the shot by Dean.
No, you started just telling the audience that Kristen Williams was their leading scorer, right? She doesn't have any.
Yeah.
Garden City likes to identify the leading player and usually puts Justice Dean on her. And
you know what? That foul was not on Dean. That foul was on Williams of Annapolis. So Kristen Williams, or Shiloh Williams rather, with the foul.
They got her for 3.
Yeah. And 4 on Annapolis. I think Hung with the foul there.
That foul could have gone on Whitaker as she put her hand on to hold the player back. But Hung fouled her, so.
And Gaisley back into the game.
Yeah.
Dean through traffic, kicks it out. Nice job to Pummel. Pummel can't get it to go. Julian Pummel with a rough night, taking some really good shots. Pummel kicks it out to Bear, and Casey Bear, she has 8.
You know, just Julian Pummel just hasn't hit from the outside, but her game is going to be getting the ball to the other players, and that assist means a lot more to the team than her baskets.
That one's thrown right into the hands of Abby Joseph.
We haven't talked much about her, but this freshman's having a great year. There's Bear
Casey
again.
Bear. Wow, 10 points for Casey Bear. And Annapolis, I think, is called timeout.
Well, that's what happens when your starting center picks up 3 fouls. Your backup center has a field day.
So a full timeout for Annapolis as Garden City brought it up to 40 now. They lead at 40-11, a 29-point lead for the Cougars. Our other friends, not in Garden City, but pretty close, Bob Oliverio and Lona's Pizza in Dearborn Heights at Ford Road and Beach Daily, and I won't even break it to give you these spelled daily wrong. 313-274-0100.
Is this, do they have hot wings too, right, Dan?
I believe they have hot wings also, Ted. Thanks very much. So 313-274-0100, Lona's Pizza, located in Dearborn Heights. Another great Garden City family, the Oliverio family. Been active in Garden City forever, and they provide food service for us, for our games, for, oh, that's a menacing look, for our council meetings and everything else. All of the programming you see right here on GCTV, brought to you through volunteers, interns, all kinds of great folks in Garden City.
Some of them willingly, too.
Well, some of them are not in work release, you're correct. We do get the occasional volunteer who actually walks in off the street without shackles on. But, you know, the nice thing about my location at City Hall is I can see them in the window when they take the folks to court, so I get my pick of the litter. I'm going to pay for that line. I know I am. All right, Serini, that is knocked away nicely by 24 for Garden City, Heather Cheedy.
Justice Dean is done. We didn't finish with double figures tonight, but Cheedy's back in, and the juniors and freshmen, as this game is out of hand.
Dean with 7 on the bench. Serini backs it out, bounce passes in. Garden City playing pretty good defense right now, but backdoor there was Williams, I believe, Kristen Williams. So their leading scorer picks up her first points of the night again. Kyla Williams, who averages 16 points a game, she's sick, so she is not playing tonight. Pummel still can't get it to go. Rough night for Pummel. Great contribution on the floor, but not able to get any points. Casey Bear there, the right person at the right place at the right time again.
Bear having a very good game tonight, defensively and offensively.
So you've got Pummel, the junior, Joseph, the freshman, Gaisley, the junior, Cheedy, I think the only senior out there, right?
Yep.
Casey Bear out there also for Garden City. Bounce pass into Casey Bear, and Casey Bear, I think, needs to buy ice cream or something for the rest of the team because they have found her all night long. She has 12.
Well, that's how the offense is designed. If you get penetration in the paint, usually the 5 player is going to be open in this offense.
Kicked out up top to Kristen Williams. She finds the handle. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter here at Garden City High School. Ceremonies takes the shot off the iron. Garden City will let it go out of bounds, and it will be their ball.
You just saw something that we really, really respect in Abby Joseph being a freshman. She knows this game, and she immediately recognized that ball was last touched by Annapolis and let it go. And sometimes it's hard to teach that. That's instinctive. This young lady's going to have a great career here in the next 3 years.
So Sarah Brandiff back into the game now for Annapolis. Pummel. Nice kick out to Gaisley. Got to get Julian Pummel a couple of points tonight.
I'm sure she's agreeing with you.
Joseph, baseline, finds Bear. And Casey Bear is on fire.
14.
Williams will bring it up. Ceremonies knocked out of bounds. No, kept in bounds by Annapolis.
Bear.
Abby Joseph there. Joseph stops, kicks it out to Gaisley. Pummel.
You saw that recognition by Joseph. That's the kind of things that are instinctive.
She'll back it out. Gaisley. Inside 3 minutes. Kicked out to Pummel. Pummel baseline. Pummel still doesn't get the roll. Come on, Julene.
Watch this.
Lewandowski. And she is fouled by Chidi, who went up for the block.
Good defense by Heather. Heather's had a nice career here in her, her 4 years here. This is her second year on the varsity, and she's really surprising us by the amount of very good small things that she's done for this team. As Smith is going to come back in to relieve the hot.
Try to cool her off.
Yeah.
Let's call her the cooler. Smith and Werder will come back in, and actually I think it's Bear going out along with Joseph. Count that one for Williams. Pummel drives through traffic and out of bounds. Annapolis's ball is Jason Merritt. Just want to go out of bounds, and it'll be Garden City's ball with 2:21 remaining.
We got a couple of minutes left. Dan, can I throw a plug in for Zumba?
Oh, please do.
The Garden City Cougars girls basketball team on Sundays between 6:30 and 7 work out to a Zumba instructor, and everybody's invited. Bring $7 and some water and have a great time for an hour exercise with the Cougars. And we're not going to play on Super Bowl Sunday, but the rest of the Sundays of the season will be here.
And the money goes to the basketball program, I assume.
Yeah, goes to the basketball program. Jump ball.
Smith gets tied up by Adenosian, who has been tenacious all night. Whitaker will come back into the game, and Libby Gaisley will check out with 2. Inside 2 minutes.
This has been a really quick game. Go.
Triple try. Oh, air ball for Pummel. Whitaker there, and she loses it out of bounds. Good defense by Brandreth.
Well, Joseph hasn't scored tonight, and Pummel hasn't scored, but the rest of the team is all in the scorebook.
That is correct, sir. Williams.
Garden City's now playing man-to-man.
Smith there defensively for Garden City. So the Cougars will go to Redford Union on Friday.
Boy, that gym's hard to play in.
That's the last of, well, I guess Annapolis still has one too.
Right.
The old Cracker Box gyms like Garden City used to have. And it will count for Adenosian. That's her third basket, or her third point of the night. She'll go to the line. And Pummel will pick up her first foul.
She's in the scorebook now.
There you go. So Garden City will go to RU. They'll play Etzel, which is a crossover.
That's going to be an interesting game, too. They have a young lady named last name Gatke, who scored 58 points against Stevenson earlier this season in a triple overtime, yeah.
And then they'll have Thurston here at home on February 9th, I believe. That comes up short. So plenty of basketball left here at Garden City High School, and boys and girls basketball both. Lewandowski. Rebound Garden City.
Werda ripping the ball.
Looked like James Edwards there for a minute, didn't she? 1 minute remaining.
Dean has walked up to the scorer's table, but I don't know. Barry probably wants to run something here. He's putting Justice in.
Yeah, he's calling a timeout just to substitute, really, with 55.5 seconds remaining in this game. Garden City leads it by a score of 44-16. So Garden City will move to 6-0 in the conference, and whoops, there you saw it, and there you don't. At RU on February 2nd, as we said. February 7th versus Etzel Ford, and February 10th versus Thurston right here at Garden City High School. And then it's on the road for 4 in a row as Garden City wraps up the season.
Yeah, those last 3 are not going to be gimmies either.
Robichaud, Crestwood, Anderson, and Lutheran High Westland. Whitaker off the glass, gets it to go. High off the glass, Minta Whitaker. Give her 7 on the night.
Garden City is going to play in a district with Stevenson, Churchill, Franklin from Livonia. Thurston is going to be there, our Redford Union and Ladywood, so it's a tough district, and I think we start against Thurston.
And a foul there with 25.1 seconds remaining.
But as I was saying, we're going to play at Etzel Ford. That game's worth traveling for because of this young lady named Gatke. And
is that at Etzel or here?
I'm not sure where it is.
I think that's here according to...
Well, if it's here, come on out because Justice Dean is going to be on Gatke that night. You can bet your last dollar on that, and that's going to be a war.
I've got that as a home game on my phone, at least. And we had that on the screen as a home game. That one rolls in and out for Brandreth.
Justice earlier this season played defense against an All-Stater that's going over to Gonzaga University next year, Cudron from Boston, and just shut her down.
Leah Smith comes up short, and the time is going to run out here. Annapolis throws up their last shot by Williams, and that is going to do it. A very convincing 46-16 win for Garden City here tonight. So that's 2 big wins over Annapolis this season. Garden City beat them at their place 50-29. Casey Bear with 14 for Garden City with a little help from her friends. Hillary Werder with 9, Justice Dean with 7, and Minta Whitaker with 7 for Garden City. And obviously Barry Patterson can take a lot of this out of this game, but games like this are tough because it's really tough to judge whether you played well or not.
Well, basically he turned it into a controlled scrimmage in the second half. The game was well in hand. Obviously not happy with the first quarter, a little bit sloppy, but they did what they have to do. You're not always going to be at your peak all 10 games in the league, but they had to win this one to continue the march on. Remember, they are no longer hunting first place, they are being hunted.
That's right, and Garden City up to 6-0 in the conference. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up from Garden City High School for everybody here at Omnidition Television and GCTV. Want to thank you very much for watching. So for my partner Ted Forner and our director Christian Gibbons, that's so long from Garden City High School. And the final, Garden City 46, Annapolis 16. Good night, everybody.